What's up, vapors? Thanks for checking out Spin Fuel's Daily Vape TV. My name is Nick, and it's my birthday! Yeah, alright, so I got that out of my system. So yeah, it's my birthday live stream. I have really no plans other than to give away some stuff. So if you guys want to ask me questions, if you guys want to just, whatever, anything, ask me about my setup, ask me personal questions, I don't care. Whatever you guys want to do is cool with me. I'm just on air. I'm just going to be hanging out with you guys for as long as possible. I got some new stuff in the works. I'm getting a lot of the juice reviews out of the way. I know you guys want to see some build videos, so I'm going to be doing some of those in a little bit. I did receive some spider silk wire by Envy, which should be pretty interesting. It's like, I guess it's titanium surgical grade, 99.5% pure, ultra low resistance, rapid heating and cooling, cleaner, long lasting builds, and specialty cleaned. So this stuff sounds kind of intimidating personally, but it should be interesting. It's 26 gauge. I don't normally work with 26 gauge, but they recommend 10 wraps. So I think what I'm going to do is do like a regulated build, probably on the IPv3, something like that. And they suggest 10 wraps. I just don't understand why it makes a difference how many wraps you put if it's the same resistance, but I don't know. And they also recommend you don't hold down the pulse fire thing, so you can you shouldn't be like pulsing it really hard. So again, any questions at all, just let me know. I know no one's watching right now, boo, boo, boo. But if anyone out there has any questions, I will answer it in the comments. This will be posted on my YouTube channel, so I will be sure to get to them in due time. I'm sure I'll see them very soon. But yeah, so today I'm going to be giving away some Arctic tanks. I know you guys have been waiting a long time for this one. I said I was going to give it away on the 1st, but I kind of changed my mind halfway through, or right after posting. I was kind of like, yeah, 2 weeks might not be enough. Let's give them a whole month. So I kind of extended it until now. We do have quite a few entries, and I'm also going to be giving away the Halo Triton starter kit. As I reviewed in one of my recent videos, very good stuff, very good stuff. So yeah, what I'm vaping on right now, I got the IPv3 set at 65 watts with the 528 Customs Monster V2 on top. And just let me know if you guys want to see a review of this thing. I know a lot of you are going to buy it no matter what I say because it just looks so damn cool. But basically, it's just a K-Fun with gigantic airflow. It's really interesting because you can build very low on it, and you don't have to worry about burning out your insulator or anything. They use really good quality insulators. But yeah, there's a lot of quirky things you can do with this one, like do the chimney build. And I do apologize if you guys hear any construction noise. They're literally right outside my door. This is like probably the worst time to do a live stream, but you know what? It's my birthday, so I don't care. I'm just going to vape. And I have some Brewell Vapory in here. I think it's number 9. It's like a blueberry muffin. It's really, really good. One of the better blueberry muffin flavors I've ever tried. So, yeah. So yeah, what else has been going on? Not too much here other than the fact that I'm doing a show now live every week from 8 to 10 p.m. on vapors.tv/NEV, and that's with my buddy Jay. He's from Upstomp Vapors. Yeah, it's a pretty cool show. It's called Game On, and it's all about basically advocacy and whatever else is going on in the industry at the time. So we just mostly talk shop. That's kind of where I let loose. I don't swear on this channel, so I kind of let loose on that channel a little bit and let my wild side out, because it's kind of hard not to swear when you're talking about politicians. But yeah, that's been going really well. Hope to see you guys kind of joining that channel as well. So if you're interested, it's 8 to 10 p.m. on Friday nights on vapors.tv/NEV. I'll put a link in the description. Hopefully I remember to do that. But yeah, it's been going pretty well. A lot of people say the noise of me vaping is a little loud, and I'm actually working on getting a pretty sweet aftermarket like mic setup. Hopefully he sends it out. Jay's supposed to send me his old mic, so hopefully he sends it out and I can get it in time for the show. If not, I'll probably have it by next week. But yeah, that's going to be nice, and I'll probably end up using that for these live streams as well. So yeah, I don't know. Still no viewers yet, but hey, you know what? I'm gonna hang out by myself. This is exactly what I would be doing if I were, you know, no matter what. So whatever, I'm just gonna hang out and vape. Yeah, this stuff is really tasty, and I had this thing up to 75 watts. And it's a 0.34 ohm chimney build, which I do want to give credit to Kevin Rock and Roll from Poor Boy Customs. Thank you so much for this build, dude. It's awesome. I had it at 75, and it was over 5 volts, and I felt like that was like a little bit too hot for me. So I kind of toned it down a little bit with the at 65. It's only at 4.7 volts, which, I mean, that's still pretty damn high for a single 22 gauge anarchist wire coil. In a K-Fun style tank, I'll have to remind you, K-Fun style tank, 4.7 volts. That's pretty insane. So yeah, let's just keep vaping, I guess. I don't know. I'm terrible at smoke rings or vape rings. I don't know if you guys have any better luck than I do, but yeah, I just can't really get them. I love those videos online, though. People pushing the O's around like that. That's pretty sweet. I could never get into that. I could try, but, you know, my boss over at Voltage Vape hates when I blow smoke rings, so he always pushes the air, and so it messes up the rings. So let's talk about some setups, I guess, since we're just sitting here hanging out. As of right now, I'm sitting in front of probably about 7 or 8 different setups. I'll just go through them, I guess. I already discussed the IPv3 with the Monster V2. That's like a really nice go-to cloud chucking setup, but it's a little bit much for the car. So I bought this a few weeks ago. I purchased this device. This is the Ego 1 battery with a Kanger Sub-Tank Nano on top. And I saw this exact same setup on my Tumblr. A guy called Wake Vape Skate Repeat. He is over in Europe, and he showed this setup off, and I'm like, wow, I don't know why, but I have to have it. For some reason, I just said I need it. It's perfect for the car, I will say that. It's better than any other setup for the car because it's so small, so light. I can just, you know, I don't have to worry about it. I can just toss it around, and it's a $75 setup, so if I lose it or if I break it, I'm not going to be too mad about it. And I also have been putting a lot of the sweeter flavors in here. I've been kind of neglecting my sweeter vapes, so I've been putting some stuff in here. It's like I've been using Swirly Pop and, you know, a little bit. I've been even using a little bit of menthol, which is kind of weird for me because I haven't vaped menthol in quite a while. But let's just show you some cloud production. And now I'm going to be using this setup for all of my flavor reviews, and I find that it's the most objective way to do it since it's the same setup, same device, you know, same coils. Well, different coils. I put new coils in every time I, you know, change a flavor. But you can't go wrong with the amount of vapor that you get out of this little tiny thing here. And this is using the 0.5 ohm coils, and I do kind of want to try the 1.2 ohm coils in this because this device actually can put out enough power to power those 1.2 ohm coils. So So yeah, I mean, the vapor production is really good, but you just have to take a little bit longer of a draw. You don't get that, you know, full like 30-watt feeling to it. I'm not exactly sure the wattage output on this thing, but it's decent enough to power a 0.5 ohm coil. So. So now you see why I just completely skip a lot of my cloud production for as far as the inhale and stuff goes. So yeah, I usually cut out a good portion of the inhale that I do because it takes forever. And if you had to sit there and watch me inhale on an e-cig for 4 or 5 seconds at a time, I think you guys would be too bored. I mean, I really try to keep the edits down as far as when I edit my videos. I really don't want to have to. I don't want to have to edit a lot out from my my videos because I like just going one take. You know, I don't like doing multiple takes, and I just kind of. You just keep going with it, you know, just like I'm getting used to live streaming and I'm getting used to being live on the air, and I'm kind of getting less nervous about it, you know. At my first ever video a year and a month ago, like today pretty much, I was stuttering. I couldn't keep a full sentence. I would just like pause in the middle or say or you know, suck my teeth or something like that. I just always end up like doing a nervous like tick kind of thing. I was like, you know, and I just couldn't help it. And I feel like that's like a common problem with any new like YouTuber. I mean, it's so hard not to be nervous, to put yourself out there to potentially millions of people. I mean, it's a little scary, definitely a little scary, but you get over it pretty quick. I mean, as of right now, I'm sitting in my room talking to my webcam, and hopefully a bunch of you guys watch this video and actually enjoy it. I know you're just listening to me ramble right now, but you know, you want me to get to the giveaways. I know. But anyways, like, I don't know. I just try to keep my like thoughts flowing and just kind of spit it out, whatever it's on my mind, and not hold anything back. As far as like staying objective and all that, it's really not hard, considering that it's just, you know, you have to just kind of go with it. You just get a product from someone and you have to be honest about it. That's all there is to it, because, you know, I don't know. It's so hard to describe. Yeah, you just have to go with it. I mean, you have to accept the fact that they might be upset about it, you know, the vendors, but they have to realize also that there could be issues with their devices that you want to know about, and that's why you give it to someone for review, is so that they can discuss those things that they wish they would see out of something, whether it be a mod, an e-liquid, whatever. You know, there's always going to be something about it that someone doesn't like. You can't make everyone happy. I understand that's true, but you know, you got to stay as objective as possible and just kind of point out the good things and point out the flaws or where you would like to see some improvements. But being a reviewer, it's not that difficult. It's just the deadlines and stuff like that. If you have a product that needs to be reviewed by a certain date, you have to really test it really hard. And I think one of the most challenging ones for me was the Halo review, because I was so used to sub-ohming and just chucking massive vapor clouds and just kind of, you know, being in a cloud chaser lifestyle. I went back and I started with something that I first started with when I was just getting into vaping, and that just took me so far back, and I'm just like, holy crap, this is a whole different world. I can't even remember what it was like to do this. So I found myself in between takes, like taking puffs off my other devices, and it was just like, wow, I couldn't do this anymore. But you know, I had to point out the fact that it would be good for someone that's a newbie. You know, you gotta, you know, think of that. Like, I hate seeing people look down on other vapors just because of their setups or whatever. It's like, why? You started somewhere. You got to let other people start somewhere, and if they feel like upgrading, they're going to upgrade. You know, but if not, so be it. There's some people that are using Pro Varies and Pro Tanks, and they don't want to upgrade ever. Or K-Funds, you know, there's those K-Fund lovers out there that just love K-Funds, and that's it. That's all they'll ever use. So, I mean, I just try not to hate on other vapors. That's all I'm trying to say. Keep the peace, you know. I'm a peaceful kind of guy. I need a vape here. So, like, what do you guys think about the whole hating on other vapors thing? Like, do you think it's rude and immature, or do you find yourself doing it? Like, what's the deal, you know? I want to know what you guys think. So, let's see. All right, we got a question here. Let's see. In time, you replace the coil 1 per week. Yeah, I usually replace my coils every week to a week and a half. Depends on if I taste the burnt flavor to it. Like, I know when it's time to replace a coil. I mean, whether it be a tank, I usually get like 10 days out of a tank. Whether it be a dripper, I'll get maybe 3 or 4 days out of cotton. I mean, this stuff here, you can probably see it's a little bit gunked up at the moment, but I'll probably replace that maybe today, maybe tomorrow, sometime during that time. But yeah, it really depends on your personal feeling. If you feel that it's dry or anything like that, definitely replace the coil. And shout out to Santiago for that question. Thank you for asking. And anything else, questions are wide open. So thank you for watching, by the way. Yay, it's my birthday. Woo! So any questions, let me know. We're discussing now hating on vapors, really. I really hate to see people hating on other vapors because it's like, you know, it's just so rude. It's like, why would you do that to someone that shares an interest with you? You know, like, why? You know, you have the common goal of vaping, and whether it be an ego or a mech mod and a dripper, it's all the same. You're doing the same thing. You're vaping. Granted, you get a lot more vapor out of a dripper, but you know. So I'm going to go touch back on setups for a minute. Let's just talk about this one right here. How about it? All right. So this is the Fupalo. This is right from the group by Graham Vickers. Big shout out to you for doing these group buys. Basically, Graham started Fupalo, or sorry, Americlone, whatever you want to call it, basically to just kind of stick it to Amerivape for, you know, trying to give the reviewers kind of crap for saying that they were dangerous. I mean, the first iteration of the Manhattan was basically a pipe bomb. I'm not even going to back off that statement whatsoever. They changed it right away after all the drama came out, but, you know, they tried to say that they were going to sue Todd eSig Reviews. They tried to say they're going to sue him, which was kind of messed up in my opinion. So I've been a big supporter of the Americlone for quite a while now. And yeah, he puts out a really solid product for really cheap, and $40 for a gold-plated mod with a copper core. The gold plating on this is really, really nice. And I mean, the first gold and silver mods that he ever put out were a little bit janky. The finish wore off them really easily. So he said he got a new guy to do this run of mods. So these are really nice. I kind of want to pick up another Fu hat myself, but yeah, they've been cloned as well. So for those of you out there that are looking at eSiggity or something like that, those are all the clones. If you want to get the original, there's only very few places where you can actually get them. I believe there is a Fuhattan website as well, so you can go check that out. Let's see. It's on the little. It even comes with a certificate of authenticity, which is kind of nice. But yeah, it's just Fuhattan.com if you want to go check them out there. And yeah, I have the Doge V2 on top with a 4-wrap 20 gauge build, regular Kanthal, which I like regular Kanthal because it doesn't melt like the Royal Wire or the Anarchist Wire. But you know, the Anarchist Wire and the Royal Wire do have a slightly lower resistance, and that definitely makes for a better ramp up time. I'm just gonna do another cloud here. Pretty decent production off of a 4-wrap build, and this is a spaced build as well. If you didn't see that, it is spaced out. I don't know if autofocus will work in this close, but you can't really see it. But yeah, it's a 4-wrap spaced build. That's my go-to for like really chucking a lot of vapor. So we have another question. Santiago says, "Happy Coils 28 gauge?" No, 28 gauge is mostly for my K funds or something like that. So yeah, I'm still getting used to this whole comment thing. Santiago asks, "Happy Coils 28 gauge?" I say no. This is 20 gauge in here. I usually use larger gauge wire. 28 gauge I usually twist or something like that. Like I'll do twisted, what is it called? The zipper build. With the 28 gauge. So yeah, that about answers that. I mean, K-Fun's 28 gauge, 7 wraps, like 1.2 ohms, somewhere around there. That's a really good vape if you ever want to try that. Just pretty standard build. Right, so we got some comments coming in. Tim Troll says, "Happy birthday." Thanks a lot, buddy. George, happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday to you. He says his is on Sunday. So happy birthday to George Nieves. Thanks for the birthday wish as well. Uh-oh, we got some butthurt people. James Mucklin, Mare Vape is a shitty company that's ran by even shittier person. Ooh. All right, so I normally don't swear on these live streams, but you know, yeah, that was kind of mean. Mare Vape is a good company. I like them. Yeah, Mare Vape. Yeah. Okay. Well, brain fart for a second. Maybe it's my old age. A Mare Vape, yes. A Mare Vape. If for those of you that don't know, I don't want to get too much into the drama, but a Mare Vape broke apart into 2 separate companies now. There's Avid Life and there's also Continuous Current, which Continuous Current is ran by one of the guys that was originally the creator of a Mare Vape, and he broke off because they had a difference in opinion, but he made the Manhattan V2 mod, which is really nice. These things are pretty solid considering they're very basic, but you know, they hit really hard, and it's a really decent mod for the money. Definitely no $200 metal tube. It's around 100 and something, 120, 130 bucks, which isn't too bad for a mech mod. Honestly, I would pay that in a heartbeat, but asking anything over 200 bucks for a mech mod is just a complete ripoff, in my opinion. Yeah, I like innovation, but there's got to be more innovation than changing up the different look of the tube itself. I mean, the skylines were all basically the same. I'm sorry for all you Mare Vape lovers out there, but the skylines are kind of hideous to me. Even like Modmen broke off from a Mare Vape, and they're moving on to Limitless mods now. Bud Tattoo, all those guys. Not that it matters. Not that it matters at all. None of this matters. You know what I mean? Like, mods are mods. Clones are clones. You're going to see clones of everything no matter what. You can't help it. It's just part of the industry, and we have to kind of accept that fact. But for my money, I'm going to go with original Fu Palo. Hopefully you can see the serial number 13 on there. And yes, these are serialized. All right, I got to count out my drops here. So let's see, what else can we talk about? Hybrid mods. What about, I don't know. Just ask me some questions. Anything you want me to talk about. Let me know, because yeah, I have so much to talk about. Lots to talk about. I just don't want to ramble and don't want to bore you guys to death. This is kind of, I do these things for you guys. I mean, if it were up to me, I'd probably just be sitting in front of my computer vaping anyways, but if you guys have questions or anything like that about vaping in general, just let me know. I'm just going to have a quick vape. And I will say that I'm vaping Pink Bunny by Holy Cow e-liquid, and this stuff is amazing. If you like Unicorn Milk by Cutwood, you will like this stuff. It's like a kind of a strawberry milk flavor, but it's just so good. I can't get over how good this stuff is. Like this bottle was like half full yesterday, and I'm almost out right now. Someone buy me a bottle for my birthday. But yeah, like holy cow, they have another flavor called Yummy. We got a bunch of samples in the shop, and I just picked one up. I said, screw it, I'll vape it, whatever. Threw it in the Monster V2, and I absolutely loved it. So I'm going to try to work on a full review for you guys of the full line, and maybe a giveaway too. I'm going to work on it. I'll see what I can do for you guys. But I do want to do more giveaways. I mean, I hate the thought of giveaways because people just tune in just to get free stuff, and that's not really what I'm about and what vaping's all about. So, I mean, I do want to do more giveaways, but in the sense that I want to, you know, fair and objective and everything. Like, I think what I'm going to stop doing is social media giveaways like Instagram and all that, because not only do people not follow the rules, it just kind of, they just turn a blind eye to the actual, you know, review part, and they kind of just ignore that, and they just want free stuff. So I think I'm going to stop doing Instagram giveaways. My Instagram page is going to grow, I mean, slowly but surely, but whatever. I'm happy with where I'm at as far as social media goes. So I'm just going to do giveaways on the YouTubes. And all you have to do to enter my giveaways from now on is going to be just send me an email. And I want to make sure you guys are actually watching the video and paying attention, not just blindly just sitting, hitting that send button and saying, I want free stuff. So I am going to do a few, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Jay Vic says, happy birthday, bro. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So we got a question here from James Mucklin. Have you tried any of the new dual coil RTAs? If so, what do you like? I'm assuming you're talking about the, the Arctic. Oh, I have one right here. The Arctic. Yes, I do have my Arctic somewhere in my bag. I love it. I love the Arctic tank. I use it at 70 watts normally. Here we go. This is my Arctic right here. I usually use it at 70 watts, wide open, and the flavor on it is spectacular with the 0.2 ohm coils. I'm actually going to switch it over right now. Yeah, the 0.2 ohm coils seem to work best at 70 watts. They say they can go up to 100, but I think that's a little bit too much for most people. It's a really scorching hot vape. And all right, so let's see. Let's turn this thing up to 70 and have a quick vape, because this thing is awesome. I love this tank. I love the airflow. Definitely a lot better than the Atlantis V1 at least. 70 watts. Yeah, you can't really see it. Okay. Anyways, 70 watts. Here we go. And just airflow for days. So much airflow. A little bit wider than the Monster V2, which I found interesting. But yeah, coils in here don't last very long, though. That's my only issue with it. I did the full review, so if you want to watch that, make sure you check that video out. But yeah, I love the overall design of this thing. I love the dual coils. The 0.2s work really well for me, and the 0.5s work really well at around 50 to 60 watts as well. So if you have something like the IPV Mini 2, you'll be pleased to know that the Arctic tank will work surprisingly well. The only issue you're going to have is the fact that it's going to run out of battery really fast, because I tend to use mine on my IPv3 just because it lasts so long. I can get about a day out of it, to be honest with you. Occasional vaping, not all day straight through, but if I vaped it all day straight through, I'd probably get sick of the flavor a little bit faster. I tend to use 2 to 3 mods a day, which I forget what flavor is even in here. I think it's Bumble Frog Storm. So yeah, tons of vapor. It can handle the thicker stuff too, like 80-20, 90-10. I've tried it all the way up to 100 VG, and it still works just fine. Yeah, that's my other go-to setup for the IPv3. I haven't been using a dripper on the IPv3 too much. I put the Doge on there last night, and it ripped, and I wasn't used to it, so I had to kind of get used to it again, and it was like a one hit, and it was dry kind of thing. So I'm going to have to kind of work on my techniques. And if any of you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I posted a picture of a quad build in the Doge V2. Let me just tell you that a quad 24-gauge anarchist wire build is in vertical coils as well, quad vertical coils. Those are spectacular. So if you get a chance to try that, do it, because it's awesome. So we got some more comments coming in. JVic asked, what batteries do you prefer? Personally, with my mechs, I'm all Sonys. I think they're the safest battery on the market, and if you can get your hands on some originals, do so, because they are worth any extra money. Samsungs are a close second for me. I use my Samsungs in my box mods, and those I prefer because they last a little bit longer than the VTC4s, but I have a feeling that Sony's going to be coming up with more VTC5s and possibly a new battery soon. I mean, it's just a hunch. I have no proof of that whatsoever, but I'm telling you right now, I can see the future, and I see a VTC6 coming out sometime in the near future. Yeah, so let's see. We got some more questions. Have you heard any rumors about new iSticks? The new eVic VT is sick, but I'm not sure whether or not to pull the trigger. New products every day. Yes, Bill Reese asks that question. I haven't heard anything about a new iStick, but I can see the future again. I'm predicting maybe a 70 to 100 watt iStick. That would be insane. I think they might end up doing like a triple 18650 battery, considering the size of the 50 watt with 2 batteries in it. I think they might end up doing a 3 battery for a 100 watt iStick or something like that. I hope they do it because I love the idea of the iSticks. They do feel a little bit cheap and cheesy to me, and I have seen a few with problems. We had one that came back to the shop that was auto firing. Whenever you put the atomizer on the device, it would just start firing and not stop until you take the atomizer off. So they do have a few issues, but I think if they can get some of the kinks worked out, I think people will like them a little bit more. As far as being affordable, yeah, they're the most affordable device on the market. And as far as a new starter kit would be concerned, I would definitely go with the 50 watt iStick and either like an Arctic tank with a 0.5 ohm coil or the new Atlantis V2 or something like that. So yeah, I don't know. I've never seen the eVic VT, so I can't really say too much about that, but I have a good feeling that there will be lots of more new stuff coming out in the very near future. There's a lot of big conventions coming up too, so we'll have to wait and see. I think the biggest one is going to be ECC in California this year. I think that's going to be the biggest convention. Hopefully I'll be there. I think out so you guys will see me if you guys are out there. Okay, so James Mucklin says, by RTA, I meant rebuildable like the Goblin or Billow V2. I don't have much experience with the RTAs, except for the, where did I put it? The Monster V2, which I just got, which is awesome. And let me know if you want to see a review on that, guys, because I could do a review. Excuse me. Also, I have the Limo version 2, which is, it's an RTA. It's a cheap RTA, but it's an RTA. As far as other ones, like the Goblin is nice. It's got kind of the Orchid V2 feel to it at a very much cheaper price, which I really appreciate. And I don't know what the Billow V2 is. I've probably seen it a million times on Instagram, but I just can't remember for the life of me what it looks like. As far as that the genre is concerned, I know the RTA's what's it called? UD is coming out with a new one called the Goliath, and I think it's a rebuildable tank atomizer with a replaceable coil as well. So it's kind of like an either-or kind of thing, like the Kanger sub tanks are. I love the sub tank. I built one with 24 gauge wire, and it was 0.6 ohm build, around 7/64 inch bit. I want to say 6 wraps, and it came out really good. The flavor was on point, and the vapor was on point. So even the cheaper ones are worth a look. Candy says happy birthday. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, as far as RTAs are concerned, though, I'm not the biggest, user of them because I'm terrible at building them. I'll be honest with you. I have a Russian, a K-Fun 4, a Fogger V4, a Monster V2, the Limo 2. All those ones, I barely ever use them because I'm so bad at building them. I can build a dripper all day, every day, and it's easy to me. I can build a cloud setup. I can build a flavor setup, but I'm just so terrible at building RTAs. And not building, I can build them, but I can't wick them. Wicking is such a pain in RTAs because if you get it wrong, you're kind of screwed. All right, so let's see. Any word on the new temp-controlled Sigelei is supposed to come out, or what to expect from it? What type of chip it may be using? That was asked by Monkey Nuts 13. I haven't heard anything about a new Sigelei coming out, but to the best of my imagination, it would probably use the new SX chip that the IPv4 uses. I really think it's a solid chip. SX is on point with their chips, and I have a feeling that that's what they're going to be doing. No official word yet, and I mean I'll have to consult with my spin fuel brethren about that one because I'm sure they know a little bit more than I do, but I don't pay attention to that stuff. I mean, I love new drippers and new mods, but as far as like regulated stuff, I just kind of see the pre-orders and I go, ooh, look at that. Even the IPv4 I was so late to the game on, which I will be getting an IPv4 and reviewing it for you guys shortly. Who knows when? It could be in the mailbox right now. I don't know. I got a lot more stuff coming up. So much stuff. Every day I get so much new stuff. But yeah. So as far as the temp control goes for the SX chips, from what I hear, it's solid. I know people that use IPv4s. We've been selling a ton of them at the shop. I think it's the price point mostly that does it for people. It's so cheap. A few things that bother me about the IPv4 though. First of all, I've always thought it's ugly. It is ugly. I mean, there's no question about it. To me, it's pretty ugly. But it has the same form factor of the IPv Mini 2 in the sense that it's kind of stamped metal, really plain, nothing too fancy. I kind of liked the IPv3 better because I like the simplicity of it. At first I didn't like the chopped corners versus the rounded corners. I wish they would have just rounded them all or chopped them all or whatever, but I got used to it. And now I love this device. This is like my go-to favorite device that I can just pick up anytime and just vape on it and be happy with it. But the 100-watt IPv4, definitely a little bit more advanced. Has the temp control, which you can use nickel wire builds if you're using a dripper, or nickel coils if you're using a sub tank or a Aspire or anything else that uses the. I'm not sure if there's any other coils out there that use nickel wire for pre-built coils at least. Bill Reese says new EVIC 5,000 milliamp hour, 60 watts, variable temp according to reviews actually works, and a huge screen. I don't know. See, I never liked the EVIC series. Just not my thing. Variable temp, 60 watts, 5,000 milliamp. It seems to be definitely one big step up from the iSticks. I'd have to really get my hands on one and play with one to be completely certain, but I will say that there are other mods out there like the Smoke 80 watt, whatever it was called, I forget, whatever. But yeah, that had 80 watts in temperature control and used 2 batteries, and it has a built-in USB charger and everything that actually works and everything. So there are mods that do rival those e-sticks or e-sticks, e-leaf iSticks. So I mean, yeah, I could definitely see. Let me just click the link real quick. I'll see what comes up. Yes, I'm 18. I'm actually 28. Yes, I'm 28. I'm getting old. So it seems to be pretty small, just on the looks of it. It's definitely after that market of the e-leaf iStick users. A large vapor with 100% organic cotton. Yes, yes, organic cotton. We know. See, they make these like display things. They make these pages so nice, but then when you actually get the device, it's like you notice the flaws in it. You know what I mean? So it uses titanium or nickel wire. That's really interesting. So this is titanium wire. Can you do temperature control with this wire, titanium? If so, if anyone knows, let me know. I would like to know because I use it with the IPv4 with temp control. 124 bucks though. Yeah, if I could get it for 80 bucks, yes, all day, every day. Definitely go with that over the iStick. Maybe even 100 bucks, but as far as anything more than that, I don't know. I would rather have the IPv4 personally. It's a little bit bigger, but I think I'd be happier with the IPv4. Yeah, that's interesting though. Titanium heating wire. I'm really curious about that now. Someone let me know in the comments if you know for certain whether or not you can use titanium wire for temp control. All right, so let's get to some more questions here. Monster V2 is best tank I've used. I don't own it, buddy. Buddy does review it. So JVic, yes, my Monster V2 is pretty sweet. I kind of want to do a review on it. So I don't know. Just let me know if you guys want me to do a review on it. Let's put it that way. Is 75 watt temp control single 18650 with SX350J variant chip. Yeah, it's pretty much what I expected. 75 watts though I don't feel like is enough, because if you don't want to use that temp control and it's a single 18650, no, IPv4, sorry. Yyyy Cigar, who makes the boards, are really stepping their game up. Yes, James, I agree. Yyyy is extremely good at making chips, and that's what's in here right now. Not the temp control, but 165 watt. I upgraded mine, and it really does work. It pushes out a ton of power, and it fires down to 0.08, which I like as well. I'm actually going to switch back over to the Monster V2. I think I need a coil change on that thing. Flavor's getting a little bit muted, a little bit gross. I got the blueberry muffins. I forget which Bruel Vapory it is, but it's a blueberry muffin flavor. I think it's number 9. But yeah, really good muffin, blueberry muffin flavor. If you guys like blueberry muffins, try that out. All right, so I didn't swap the wattage back down to 65, but I can use this at 70 watts, no problem. Airflow is definitely slightly, ever so slightly more restricted than the Arctic tank, but I can definitely deal with that. I just love the looks of it. Doesn't it look awesome? Doesn't it look so cool? Just love it. Yeah. All right, so let's continue on here. They're making an IPv3 temp control. I did see something about that. I forgot what the wattage was, but I saw it last night. I can't remember what it was. Yeah. So I would be definitely interested in IPv3 with temp control. Not that I think temp control would be so useful on the IPv3, because most people use it for, you know, chucking clouds and heating up really, really, really high. But I do want to just mess around with it. I really want to play with it. Yeah, so Ryan, that's what we're talking about right now is the IPv3 Li, which is the temp control one. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to hold it in my hands, and yeah. Okay, so we got a response from about the titanium wire. Yes, you can use it as the temp control wire, same as nickel, which is really interesting. I'm gonna have to see if I can, if I don't get my IPv4 in the next couple days, I'm gonna see if I'll borrow a buddy's or something like that to do the review on this stuff with. FYI, I'm doing a review on this stuff. It's spider silk titanium wire. It has super low resistance, but this is 26 gauge, and I don't normally use 26 gauge, so I kind of wanted to see if there was anything else I could do with it, such as, you know, temp control or anything. So that's interesting. That's good to know. Thank you, James, for responding. Let's see. Bill Reese says pre-orders $70 for the kit. I'm assuming that we're still talking about the new whatever eVic. Yeah, we're still talking about the new eVic here. Yeah, $70 would be more than fair, and it's definitely competitive with the Ely Stick. So, and it comes with the tank too, which is kind of nice. So yeah, I'd say give it a shot. You know, spend your money. I think it'd probably be a little bit more solid than the eLeafs. The eLeafs just feel cheap in your hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't feel like a solid device. They work for, you know, newbies and stuff like that, but if you're an experienced vapor and you're looking to upgrade, definitely get something that's going to be a little bit more solid. So JVic says, Twisted, use that spider silk on temp control mod. So there you go. Twisted 420 uses titanium for temp. All right, 165, I think. I'm assuming that's for the IPv3 whatever something. Li, I don't know. All right, so Candy R has a question right here. It says, wait, hold on, I have to do this right. Let's see. All right, here we go. So it says, I've been on the hunt for ages for a relatively good coffee vape, even better if it's a coffee chocolate vape. Not sure if you like these flavors, but if you do, what's the best one you've had? I have not. I've had a few coffee vapes in my time. I have had a few coffee vapes. Don't really enjoy them as much as I thought I would. At first, I was trying to get something that I would have with my morning coffee, like coffee vape, coffee, you know, but I find that I like more of like the desserty stuff or, you know, something like that. When it's the morning time, like I'll drink my coffee and have like a blueberry muffin vape, and that just goes hand in hand. Have had a few of them though. Chocolate coffee is concerned. The best one I think is called Whirling Dervish. Look that one up. I forget who makes it. Yeah, that's a really good coffee. It's kind of like an espresso with chocolate to it. As far as other good chocolate vapes, there's one by Savage that I did a review on a while ago. It's more like a brownie mix, but it's a really dense, rich, dark chocolate flavor, which I really enjoyed. There's another one. It's another just straight chocolate. It's German chocolate beefcake from Mount Baker, their Guar line. That's another good chocolate one. What was the other one? I just did a review on it. Hold on. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, Belgian cocoa. This stuff is pretty good by Halo, Belgian cocoa. So it's not a coffee vape, but here's another one, Twisted Java. This is the coffee vape, yeah. Halo Twisted Java is pretty decent. It depends on what you're putting it in, though. If you're dripping it or whatever, see, I wouldn't drip a coffee flavor. That's just not me. I could not drip a coffee flavor. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Hope I answered your question decently. All right, let's get back to the emails. Let's see. All right, so I had to look it up again, but here's the link. Been curious because Sigelli seems like they make good products, and this price point seems pretty good too. Yeah, all right. So we'll do some research on the Sigelli. Jury's out. I'm gonna I'm gonna get on my game after this live stream now. I gotta ask all my people about all these mods. Honestly, I'm kind of out of the loop. I'm so backed up with all the stuff that I have going on that I have no time to research newer products, which kind of is unfortunate. But yeah, I need a vape. So if you're just joining us, it is my birthday, and I'm celebrating by answering your questions, talking some shop, vaping, and just, you know, BSing. What better way to spend your birthday? Time to change battery on this one. Yeah. This thing goes through battery. I probably go through about 3 batteries a day with this setup here. It is a 0.09, I believe. 0.09, I think. Yeah, so it's pretty damn low. But tons of vapor, as you can see. Few issues I have with the Doge V2 is that the airflow control ring is like really chunky, so it kind of tends to crush up my coils a little bit whenever I'm vaping on it. So with this build, I have to take off the whole top cap in order to fill it, or I just drip it right down in there, which then it causes leaking and dripping issues, which on a hybrid mod that could lead to more problems. I know people have been having some issues with the Kennedy on their hybrids, like the Limitless mods. Yeah, see, now it's leaking all over the place. So, but yeah, I really do like this this device, this Addy, but it does need a few improvements, I feel like. And it does gunk up, the tip gunks up pretty easily, which is kind of gross. So it kind of requires a little bit of maintenance. I'm actually looking into having someone customize this for me, chopping off that top cap and putting a Delrin sleeve on there, because I hate the feeling of metal in my mouth. I don't know why. I use it on the Monster V2 because I like the logos on it, but everything else I own comes with or has a Delrin tip on it. It's still leaking here. But you can't deny those clouds, man. I'm telling you. What else should we talk about? Juice? Who cares about juice? Who wants to talk about hardware? Who wants to talk about anything? What do you guys want to talk about? Send me some questions. Comment below if you have anything you want to ask me. So yeah, hi, any new viewers? Hi, we're celebrating my birthday by vaping online. Yeah, I know. Whatever. And for those of you that are just joining us, I do a live stream every single week on vapors.tv/NEV if you feel like checking that out. We kind of just BS, get loose a little bit, we drink, you know, we have a good time. And occasionally we will give away some free stuff as well. So make sure you tune in every Friday night from 8 to 10 p.m. on vapors.tv/NEV for the Game On Show, hosted by me, Nick Bissett, a.k.a. Daily Vape TV, and Jay DeLuco, a.k.a. Mr. Upstomp himself. So that's my little plug. So we've been live for just about an hour now. Thank you guys that have stuck around for this entire time. And we're still leaking. Oh, Jesus. I'm wasting juice here. Wasting juice. See what happens when I don't count my drips out. I just get all sorts of flustered. Let's throw this battery on the charger. What about YouTube? Should we talk about YouTube, how that works, how everything works? So I've been doing YouTube for just over a year now. Hopefully you guys tuned in to my 1-year live stream thing. But yeah, I've kind of stepped up my game quite a bit since the beginning. I first started with a webcam, and I was actually using my GoPro strapped to my head for my first ever unboxing video, which is kind of stupid. And then I would use this little webcam right here for doing build videos with, which the quality isn't so good. There's only so many webcams you can get for a Mac, and that happens to be one of them, and it only goes up to 720p, I think. So I like doing the highest quality possible. Everyone wants to see HD content, so even these live streams, I hate the quality on the live streams, but I guess you're gonna have to make do for now. All my other videos are in 1080p now, and let's put it this way. Let's go through the timeline. So I first started with my webcam, then I upgraded to a new setup. This is my new rig, my Canon EOS M with a Sennheiser mic on top, little shotgun mic. I tried to reduce some of the echo in my room because I have high ceilings in here and it echoes like crazy. So yeah, I tried to kind of reduce the echo by buying a shotgun mic, and so far so good, I guess. I mean, my workflow is pretty simple. I generally just record my videos and then I edit them in Adobe Premiere Pro. I do all my intros myself with Adobe After Effects, and I kind of taught myself all this stuff. I'm not classically trained. I'm a graphic designer / photographer by trade. So I'm not really, trained as far as, the motion graphics and the video editing, recording thing goes. But I got a decent workflow, and I can shoot and edit a video in just a couple hours, especially now since I'm used to being on camera and I've been, doing this for so long that my workflow is just so simplified. I just drag and drop. Having the SD card in the camera helps too, because I just pop it in the back of my computer, and that just streamlines everything a little bit more. Let's see, we got another email. Wasabi, hello, first time watching live. Hello, hi. Glad you're tuned in. Thank you for watching my birthday live stream special. I am 28 years old. Whoa, 28 years old today. Yeah, and I'm spending it here with you guys. What better way to spend a birthday? So yeah, as far as that goes, let's go back to my YouTube thing. I have these two LED lights here. If I block those out, you can barely see me. I look like a lobster or something. But I have LED lights for my live streams and for my videos. And I try to give you the best quality lighting and video possible. People out there, some of the less reputable reviewers, if you will, don't use any lighting rigs or anything like that. And even my setup is a little bit ghetto. I'll be perfectly honest with you. My setup is definitely a little bit ghetto. I want a full-blown little studio with a backdrop and everything like that. There are some really, really good reviewers out there that are doing really big things, but I do what I can. I'm in my my room right now. You can see my dirty laundry in the corner and all that. So I just do my best. This is what I have in front of me, so that's what you're gonna get for now until I can get my own little studio set up or something like that. Which, big news, I might be moving in the next few months to a new location, so that's gonna be a big time change. Not sure whether or not I'm going to have room for a full-blown setup or not, but in any case, you'll still get the quality HD content that you're used to. So please feel free to ask me some questions. Everything's wide open right now. I'm just babbling on about random stuff. And later on in the episode, I will be giving away these Arctic tanks. Yeah, so I got Arctic tanks and I got a Triton starter kit by Halo to give away for you guys. Those contests are already over. I hate to say it, but those contests are already done. I've already got the names plugged in. I have random.org plugged in on the background. We're ready to go for those giveaways. I might do one in a little bit, so just stay tuned. Let's see what we got here. Got another question from Philip Edwards. Hi, I'm in Scotland and just got the Sigelli 50 watt and Mutation X V4 clone. What are your reviews on this? I'm newish to the RDAs, so I'm still learning more into the sub tanks. Let's see. Have you tried the something? Hold on, I got to load up the rest of this comment here. Okay, as a sub tanks, have you tried the Council of Vapor Typhoon sub tank? If so, what are your views? If not, can you review it? Thanks, Phil. Okay, so I do have the Council of Vapor Typhoon. Hold on a sec. Bear with me. Nope, that's the Arctic. I just, okay. Yes, here is the Council of Vapor Typhoon sub-tank. Hopefully you guys can see it. I know my lighting doesn't reach this far, but I will be doing a full review on this in the very near future. As you've been seeing, I've been doing some Council of Vapor products recently. I just reviewed the Kindred version 2 yesterday, so I will be getting this out to you sometime within the next week or so. Yeah, my thoughts, views on your setup. Those will go over there. My thoughts and views on your setup right now. The 50 watt is decent. I'm not sure if it has quite enough power for the Mutation X V4. Excuse me. But if you build it right, you can get some decent vapor production out of it. If anything, I would go for flavor. If you have twisted wire or something like that, make some Clapton coils, anything really intricate like that, you can definitely get some good flavor out of it. You can watch one of my videos I did a while ago, is the Flat Bastard coil, which works really well at lower wattage with higher resistance. So they tend to be about 1+ ohms. And if you use that with a single coil, you're going to get plenty of flavor out of it. Not so much on the vapor side, but if you're looking for that flavor, that's where you're going to find it, in the Flat Bastard coil. I have a video of it. Make sure you just scroll down in my video feed. You'll find it, no problem. And for those of you that have subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Love you guys so much. Appreciate all the support that you guys have given me. And all the likes, all the thumbs up help my videos get to the further up in the pages for people that are searching for videos or anything like that. So all the support, please thumbs this video up if you can. I want to get out to as many people as possible. I'm not looking to be vape famous whatsoever. I really don't care about that. I just want to help people, and I want to give away some stuff that you guys could use. So yeah, that's why I really do all this. I don't want to be vape famous. I just want to, enjoy vaping, and I want to share my love of vaping with you guys. So yeah, to answer your question, Philip Edwards, your setup is definitely decent. I would highly recommend trying out some higher resistance coils, such as the Flat Bastard or some Claptons or something like that, where you don't need 100 watts or anything like that. You're not going to get so much vapor out of it, but you're going to get a ton of flavor. So the Typhoon, it's decent. I'm going to wait until the full review to give you my thoughts more on that subject, but I'll let you know when that video comes out. If you follow me on Instagram, it'll be on there. If you like my Facebook page, all of my social media, Twitter, Tumblr. Oh, I want to give a huge shout out to all my Tumblr followers as well. Thank you guys so much. I'm almost at 8,900 likes or followers, 8,900, which is really so impressive. This is insane. I've never thought I'd ever reach that many people. And at 10,000 followers on my blog, which is dailyvape.tumblr.com, I'll have the link in the description. For my 10,000 follower special, or whatever you want to call it, giveaway, I'm going to be giving away 2 full setups. I do have the Kindred version 2 with the Royal Hunter to give away. I'm giving away this full setup right here. I'm also giving away the Chillum Tantramod, which is beauty right here, Naval Brass. Giving it away. I could keep it for myself, but I'm giving it away. And I'm probably going to give that away with a Mutation X V2. I know it's not the newest gear around, but it's what I got laying around. And I give away all this stuff to you because I just want to give back to the community that's given me so much. I don't get a ton of stuff for free, but what I do get for free, I tend to give away. So Wasabi says, temp builds good or bad? Happy birthday, bro. I will also be 28 in a few months. Happy birthday, dude. Early happy birthday, but thank you. Or early happy birthday to you. Thank you for saying happy birthday to me. Anyways, temp mods, temp builds. So far, I like them. I actually have a little bit of a thing from Vapor Shark that I recorded at VCC Tampa. One of the guys had the time to just briefly discuss how temperature control works, which I will be posting in the near future. I've just been so bogged down. I'm so sorry I can't get this to you guys sooner. I do have a full-time job, and it's hassle enough doing these videos as it is. But yeah, temp control builds, temp control coils, all that stuff. I think they're great. I think that's the future of vaping. I think that's what's really going to convince some of the ants that this vaping thing isn't so bad for you. If you can control the actual temperature that you are using this stuff as, we can more accurately get a good idea of what is in e-liquid and what comes out when you exhale e-liquid, all that stuff. That stuff is extremely important. I know a lot of people don't think about it when they're actually vaping, what they're actually putting into their bodies. But I get a lot of questions about underage vaping and all that stuff on my blog. And I just tell people that, you know, if you don't already smoke cigarettes, there's really no reason for you to vape. I know it can be a stress reliever and all that, but honestly, there's better ways to relieve stress. You know, meditate, do some breathing exercises, you know, play some video games, something like that. If you want to relax and just chill yourself out, there's better ways to do it than putting chemicals in your body. And the same goes for drug use and all that stuff. I mean, I really don't agree with the American kind of way of life of medicating everyone and you know, pumping pills, because it's only giving money towards the bigger pharmaceutical companies who are already billionaires as it is. But that's for the tomorrow's show. That's going to be on tomorrow's advocacy show. I'll do a little plug. Vapors.tv/NEV from 8 to 10 p.m. on Friday nights. If you don't already watch the show, make sure you check it out. We talk about advocacy and the industry itself, all that good stuff. So yeah, make sure you check that out. Jake, happy birthday. Jake says happy birthday. Thanks, Jake. I know you just called me and I ignored you, but yeah. Thanks for saying happy birthday, guys. Yeah, thanks for watching too. All right, so Candy says, do you prefer using single coils or more complex coils such as Clapton's and Tiger coils? I love using dual coil Clapton builds myself. Oh, I like an equal amount of both. Lately, I haven't been doing any intricate builds, which is normally which is why you haven't really seen a lot of the Fresh Build Fridays. I know you guys really want me to upload some Fresh Build Fridays videos, and I will have some for you. This this Spider Silk Wire will be a temp control, or will be a Fresh Build Friday video, as well as a little bit of a review. So stay tuned on that stuff. That will be an interesting one, to say the least. Hopefully I can get it to work out all right. All right. What else? Yeah, so simple coils. I like simple coils for my mech mods, like just basic, just cloud chucking builds like this one right here, which I'm going to do a video on this one as well. I've been getting some negative comments on my 20 gauge wire build video. That was like forever ago as far as YouTube is concerned. That was back in October. I just got the 20 gauge. I was using 22, but I was using it to try to stay around 0.2 ohm-ish. And nowadays I usually vape around 0.1 ohm-ish. So I definitely have learned a lot since that original video, and I will be doing kind of a reboot of it. I have like a little whiteboard right here of all my reviews that I have yet to do, and that is on the list. It's right there. I can see it. And same with Clapton coils. I know you guys want to see a Clapton coil sometime in the near future. I might end up doing that one. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might end up doing that in the Monster V2. Not sure yet. So stay tuned. There's stuff in the works. Don't you worry. I will get you some build videos in the very near future. I just can't push the safety factor enough to people, though. You know, whatever it may be, whatever build you may have or be wanting to do or anything like that, just make sure you're vaping safe, because the last thing this industry needs is more accidents. Yeah, I just hate to say it. I see too many people with janky builds or not using the correct batteries, and they don't even seem to care. I tell them that they shouldn't be using those batteries. They should be using the right batteries. And they're like, oh, well, you know, when I get the money, I'll buy some new batteries or something. It's like, this is serious, you know, this is serious stuff. It's like putting an Atlantis tank on a hybrid mod. You know, you could blow up your mod, you could blow up your hand, you could shoot your atomizer off into the ceiling, which we've all seen those pictures. It's you know, not stuff to really take so delicately. I think it really should be pushed that people need to learn more about safety. Yeah. I don't know how I got off on that tangent, but anyways. Oh yeah, Pink Bunny. Go pick some of this stuff up. It's amazing. I'm going to try to work out a review / giveaway for you guys coming soon. I have a lot of e-liquid to review. Let's get to one last question while you're live. The Kangaroo Subtank Mini and Nano are my favorite right now. I'm rebuilding them myself and was wondering what you thought was the best way to do it, i.e. wire. That's a tough one. I rebuilt a Subtank Mini with the RBA deck using 24 gauge wire. I think it was 6 wraps around a 7/64 inch bit, and it came right around 0.6 ohms, which is pretty much spot on what I was looking for. I like building at 0.5 ohms, and I like the coils that originally come with it, but it's pretty hard to mimic exactly what they use. From the looking into the coils, it looks like it's like 26 gauge wire, maybe 5 wraps or something like that, but they're really spaced out. So it's kind of hard to really get the same exact coil that comes with them to go in there and all that. I have yet to take one of those Kangaroo Subtank coils apart. In the future, I will whenever I throw one out, but for now, I just use the stock standard 0.5 ohm sub coils that come with it, and they work really well. I've yet to get a really bad dry hit. When my tank is getting low, I can definitely tell the difference, but when it's full, at least, you know, up to that first line on the tank or on the coil itself, it's flawless. So I would say maybe 26 gauge if you're actually rebuilding these coils. Try some 26 gauge 5 wrap spaced. Again, I've never ripped one of these apart, so I don't know exactly what's inside, but that sounds about right in my head. And if you're doing it on the RBA deck, I would say 6 wraps. Yeah, 6 wraps of 24 gauge around a 7/64 inch bit. That part I do know, 0.6 ohms on the money. Definitely would recommend that build. It came out really nice. The flavor was on point. So there you go, Philip. That's for you. I'm just going to take a vape off of this one. And again, that's the reason I cut out so much of that inhale on the flavor review videos. Bill Reese says, another fun economical box mod kit from Kangaroo. If you haven't seen it, comes in black or white. We've got a link here. Let's go ahead and click it. Oh yeah, wow, that's pretty tight. I like the black and red. Kangaroo is definitely stepping their game up. The K-Box was kind of a flop in my book. I mean, I did like that it went up to 40 watts, but they could have done a lot better. This one seems a lot nicer. It's comes as a kit, sub box mini, I guess, starter kit. It comes with its own sub tank, which is nice. Magnetic battery door, which that's just the way, you know, the industry is going. It says more smart with a thumbs up. That's funny. Oh, geez. Japanese cotton, blah, blah, blah. So the kit contains K-Box Mini, Subtank Mini, OCC 0.5 coil, OCC 1.5 coil, RBA coil, RBA Mini Plus base, manual, RBA desk screw and cover screw. I don't know what that means, but okay. Our screwdriver and Japanese cotton and a USB cable. So seems like an interesting kit. Hopefully it's relatively cheap. It looks to be, they have a price on here, $82.90. That's not too bad for a full kit. I think that's what we're going to see coming in the near future is lots more of these sub-tank kits. You don't see too many of them right now. Definitely would like to see more of them though. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Thanks, Bill, for commenting. Ryan says, do you have any RDA in your daily rotation? If so, what ones? I do. I have several. Daily rotation, I'm using right now mostly the Doge V2. That's just, I don't know. I love the clouds that you get off of it. The airflow is excellent. I've also been using the Royal Hunter RDA. Not so much, mostly just for the fact that I had to review it, but it is a nice RDA and it is worth the money. It's only 45 bucks online. I use the Mutation X V2 daily pretty much. That's been a really good one. A lot of room for wicking in there as well, plus tons of airflow. What else do I have? I have a Doge V1. I haven't used that one in quite a while though. I just kind of brought it one day to build it. And finally, last but not least, if I can ever get it out, this is the Vox Veil Plume Veil clone that I got off eBay for 20 bucks. Comes with better airflow than the original Plume Veil, and for 20 bucks you can't beat it. I put a Fog Hats top cap on there from Fusions Mods. Make sure you check them out. Just fusionsmods.com if you want to get some of those fog hats. I'll give you a better look at it here. That's a nice wide bore chuff style top cap. It fits really nice on the Plume Veil, Mutation X. They have a special one for the Mutation X, but you can order it off their site. And the bore on it is really huge. And I tend to use that when I'm building above like 80 watts or so. Let's see. I asked this one through the Google Hangout link, but it never came up. This is Candy R again. So you may get this one twice. What's the best coffee vape you've ever had if you like them? I've been looking for one. Yes, I did answer that briefly. I do it again, I guess. Coffee vapes, one called Whirling Dervish is spectacular. Make sure you check that one out. I forget who is the actual manufacturer that makes it. But yeah, check out Whirling Dervish. It's kind of like a dark chocolate with espresso. There's another one. Philip Rock is kind of like a, a chocolatey kind of vape. It only comes out like once a year, I guess, so it's going to be a little bit harder to find. But if you can find it, that's a nice chocolate flavor. I've tried a few other chocolate ones. Savage makes a chocolate. That's like, it's more like a dark chocolate brownie mix, which is spectacular. Make sure you check that one out. It's exactly like eating brownie batter. Did the review on that as well, so if you want, check it out in the in further down in my videos list there. Also, there's a few that I had from Halo, not that one. Twisted Java from Halo. And that smells amazing to me. It's got a little bit of a peppermint to it, but it kind of has that mocha kind of flavor. Yeah, that one smells so good. And also, Belgian cocoa. Belgian cocoa is a straight up like hot cocoa kind of mix. And that's kind of what it tastes like to me as well. So should definitely give those a look as well if you're into that. I don't prefer the coffee vapes. I was trying some coffee vapes a while ago to pair it with a cup of coffee, but it never really tasted that great to me. So I kind of ended up vaping more of the desserty kind of flavors in the morning with my cup of coffee, like this blueberry muffins. I know I've probably repeated myself like 8 times in this video. You guys are probably getting sick of it, but yeah, I tend to vape more like the desserty kind of flavors in the morning now rather than actual coffee vape. But if you're into that sort of thing, make sure you give those a look, as well as there's another one, Belgian Chocolate Beefcake by Guar from Mount Baker. So give those a look if you're interested in that. If you want a chocolate or coffee vape, make sure you check those out. Excuse me. All right, so Ryan says, Kangaroo even fixed the RBA base, better airflow. Yeah, good to see that. Like to see that. I know they changed the airflow with the Kangaroo sub-tank, whatever, the newer one that just came out. JVic, I'm out. Have a good one. Good birthday, bro. Boom, fist bump. Thanks for watching. Let's see. Somebody commented somewhere that the white is like a stormtrooper style. I'm into that. I'm into that. I would like to see like some J wraps with some Stormtrooper logos or something like that. That would be pretty interesting. Wakanda from Nico Ticket is an amazing coffee vape from Monkey Nuts 13. Thank you, Monkey Nuts, for commenting. Hopefully, Candy finds that useful. Any other like what do you guys want to talk about? Anything, whatever you want. I know I said I'd be going for an hour and a half, but I'm going to be a lot longer than that. I'll tell you that right now, as long as I can. I will get to the giveaways eventually. So whatever you guys want to talk about, make sure you leave a comment below or ask in the questions box on the Google Hangouts thing. Still not sure how that thing works. I have no idea. I'm terrible at this. So, yeah, let's get back to the Q&A. Okay. So the Q&A seems to be working if you're on Google+, but you can always leave a comment, and I will just check that out as soon as I get it. So thank you guys all for watching, too, and spending my birthday with me. Yeah, what more could I ask for, really? This is the best present anyone could ever ask for. Hanging out with people all across the world and just talking what they love to talk about. So, vape time. Does anyone else just sit in front of their webcam with like an app open that you can look at themselves and just blow clouds and blow smoke vape rings with? Because I find myself doing that more and more often nowadays. I don't know why. I just like seeing the visuals from a different perspective. And, you know, me being in front of the camera all the time, I don't usually watch my videos except when I edit them. So I just like seeing other people's perspective of what you look like when you're vaping, you know what I mean? Like, because whenever I would see myself smoking in pictures, I always thought that I looked weird doing it, you know? I never like thought that I looked cool smoking whenever I saw myself smoking in pictures. So, but nowadays I love watching myself vape. So if other people like record, you know, me at a vape event or something like that, and I watch the footage, I'm like, oh, look, it's me. Oh my God, I'm vaping, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I like practicing my little smoke tricks and everything. But I just like, I don't know. I like watching my own clouds and stuff like that. Maybe I'm just vain or something. So we got some more stuff coming in. Jake wants to know if I'm going to come visit him at work. Possibly. I don't know. And you're working? Maybe. All right. Candy says, yeah, I didn't get the first time because Google Hangout had a stroke. Sorry, lol. Got it now, though. Yeah, I saw that. There was like a connection error or something like that. I saw that right as like something was happening in the Q&A box. So hopefully you got the last ones of all the coffee vapes that I mentioned. And this video will also be on my YouTube channel as well, so you can watch it historically. So if you're watching this historically, today is May 21st, 2015, and it is my birthday. I am 28 today, and you guys are hanging out with me. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. Yeah, spending this day with me. I just love you guys so much. All my subscribers, I hate to call you fans because I like to call you friends better. You know, I do these things just for you guys. I mean, if I had the, you know, how can I put this? Like, I started my blog. I got 400 followers like overnight practically, and I decided I was going to make a YouTube channel, even though I prefer the life behind the camera. I'm always the guy with the camera, you know, holding it up to my face at parties and stuff. So I was never used to being in front of the camera. But now that I am in front of the camera, I've gotten so used to it that, you know, I do it to share my love of vaping with you guys. And, you know, all the products that I get and all that stuff, all the giveaways that I do, it's not for me, it's for you. I have found some of my favorite flavors already. And I'm always looking for better flavors, but you know, people like so hard to describe. It's like people really like don't tend to watch juice reviews unless they're actually interested in that product already. I mean, even regular reviews, people don't watch reviews unless they're already interested in a product. For instance, like one of my biggest videos was my Eris video, the Eris dripper. I made the mistake of saying that gold was the most conductive metal known to man, which that was a mistake. I realize that, but I'm still getting comments, negative comments to this day about it. I'm only human. you know. I'm only one man. What can I do? But yeah, that was one of my most famous videos, and it's like it's got so many views because it's like people want to know more about that product because it's so interesting. It's got like 10 times the number of views that the Aris Pro has, which I have the Aris Pro. Actually, you know what? I might give that one away. How would you guys feel about an Aris Pro giveaway instead of the Mutation X V2? Let me know. I don't know. Maybe I'll give them both away for my 10,000 follower giveaway on my blog. And don't forget to share my page as well if you guys feel like, you know, sharing it or whatever. Yeah, just feel free, you know, share with your friends that love to vape. I love to vape, you love to vape, we all love to vape, and yeah. I'm not trying to be famous, I'm just trying to reach a more broad audience, if that makes sense. This is fun. Would you go for clones over originals? They are a lot cheaper and look the same. Interesting comment, Philip, and I have a response to that as well. I use clones. I am a clone user. This is a Fu Hatton. This is a Fu Palo. These are clones. Would I not recommend using a clone over an authentic? Of course, authentics are going to be better to some degree. There are some authentic mods out there that have their issues. I know for a fact that the Simple V2 mod was kind of a flop, and I don't prefer that one so much. Sorry, having technical difficulties here, trying to adjust lighting. But yeah, there are some authentic mods that aren't that good, like the Simple V2. Definitely don't prefer that one over even the Fu Hatton or something like that. But there are some clones that are absolute garbage. Let's see if I can show you what I'm talking about in my good old trusty drawer full of crap. All right, so here's my first ever mech mod. This is a Vape Rev Edition Nemesis clone. Cheap, bought it off of eCiggity. I mean, I have no problem with eCiggity personally. But this clone just happened to be kind of a flop, simply for the fact that when I put the middle brass or gold ring in, or whatever you want to call it, whenever I put that ring in the middle, it would short, and I would get shocked in my hand. That is dangerous. I don't like that whatsoever. Don't recommend you go out and buy one of these things on eBay or whatever. I know you can probably get them for like 12 bucks nowadays, but definitely stay away from the Vape Rev Edition Nemesis clone unless there's a better one out there now. I'm not really sure. I don't care either way. I've moved on. But yeah, this one is definitely not recommended because the metal flaking off causes shorts and everything. So yeah, this is crap. This is junk. I wouldn't even give this to my worst enemy. But there are some decent clones out there. For instance, the Fu Hatton, Fu Palo, Fu whatever, Americlone company. These things are pretty sweet. They are serialized, as you can see. This is number 13, 1-to-1, Fu Palo, and it obviously it says China with the Chinese flag with change on the back, which is their lunar mission, not Apollo and USA. So obviously they're trying to just kind of poke fun at AmerVape for doing this, the Apollo. But I think this mod is awesome. It's super hard hitting, and it's I think one of the best mods that I own to date. Even better than some of my authentics as well. I mean, I do have my fair share of authentics, but if you're going to pay over $200 for an authentic tube, you know, who cares? It's just a name at that point. It's not even that it's like anything special. It's just you're buying a name. You're buying something that 200 other people already have, or 500 or 1,000 or whatever. You know, it's not that special, and you shouldn't have to be paying over $200 for a metal tube, in my opinion. This thing cost me $45 in a group buy, so you had to get in on the group buy to get one, but I'm pretty sure you can still get one today if you go to their website. And I just love this thing, you know? Love it. I have no problem with that whatsoever. It's the clones that are crap, that are, you know, machined in China, and they're just junk that I have a big problem with. You know, just certain ones, like I don't agree with the stealing of the designs and whatnot. I really wish that China would at least come out with their own original tube mod designs, because it's not very hard, not very difficult. It's a metal tube. I know Sigelli has the Fuchai and stuff like that, which are decent, but they kind of are ugly. Anakin came out with one that was kind of just junk. Definitely didn't prefer that one over any other clone that I've ever bought. But yeah, I mean, clones are clones. People are always going to be, up their own butt about buying authentic mods. Oh, look, I have an authentic tube mod. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Big deal. I don't care. If you use a clone, by all means. If it works for you, great. If you prefer authentics, great. Just don't brag about it like some people do. I see all these people all the time on the high-end mods and stuff like that. It's just like, why? Why are you raising the price of this industry? The limited availability of some of these mods is the reason that they're so expensive. And it's like, I feel like modders kind of do that on purpose to drive up the price point. But if you take, for instance, a Zero mod, it's worth about, what, $500 brand new retail? But it's just simply the fact that you can't get them, which drives the price up to the thousands. I've seen some of them go for thousands of dollars. And it's like, why? Why do you need that? I don't know. So yeah, that's my take on clones. Time for a vape. So any questions you guys might have, feel free to ask in the box below. I'm about to wrap this thing up. Getting a little sick of talking. My voice is starting to get a little itchy, and yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys are just chomping at the bit to get to those giveaways. So we'll take a couple more questions if you guys got them. So yeah, not really much to talk about. I think I've said everything I had to say. Future reviews, I guess. We'll do a few of those. Let's see what's on the list. I got the Council of Vapor Typhoon, the Limo 2. I want to see which one you guys want to see first. Probably the Limo 2. Everyone's been asking about that one. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. For Fresh Build Fridays, I've got the Clapton Coil and the 20 gauge round 2. So let me know what you guys want to see, on this channel in general. Even if it's not on my list, I want to know what you guys want me to show off to you guys, whatever. For juice reviews, I have Charlie Noble Reserve, Moon Mountain. I have a lot of those to get through, as well as Journey Juice. And I will be getting some special thing from Suicide Bunny, or what is it, the Cloud Company, I guess, their new line. I do have a package coming in from them as well. I'm going to try to get a review and giveaway of Holy Cow e-liquid, which this stuff is amazing. If you haven't tried it, make sure you go out and try it. But yeah, that's about it as far as that's concerned. If you guys want to see something else, just let me know in the comments if you're still watching. So let's go back to, let's see. Let's do our first giveaway. Our first giveaway is going to be for the Triton starter kit, one of these. If you guys entered my contest, make sure you pay attention. I will be giving this thing away momentarily. So I got all my names set up. I'm just going to go and click on this, go to random.org. Go down to the random games. I know, I'm just making not any sort of sense right now. Let's see. What is it? I forget what I used last time. How do I do this? Totally forgot. All right, we got some questions rolling in. We'll figure this out. I have a troll clone. Do you know what O-rings the base uses? I don't even know what the authentic uses, to be honest with you. It's probably similar to the Mutation X. I would say the Mutation X ones are pretty close. There is a website out there that you can get all sorts of O-rings on. Maybe I'll link it in the description if I remember. But yeah, there is a website where you can get all different size O-rings, and I'll see if I can help you out with that in the future. As of right now, I'm trying to figure out random.org again. So Patrick Stone says, "Happy birthday to my boy. Been watching you for a good long while now, and after many thumbs up, I am still fascinated with your work. And I guess this is a really big week since it's your birthday, and I'm getting, oh, now I have to go. Comment goes on, comment goes on. So let's see. Married this week. I just wanted to see if I could get a shout out for me and my girl of 7 years, and baby, a thumbs up. Maybe. A thumbs up on my vids. That would be the shiz. And damn, all those mods, and you ain't financial. Send one my way. Would be cool though if you did. Blah blah blah. Keep on keeping on, brother. From me, myself, and the rest of Vape Legends, we wish you the best on this special day." So Patrick Stone, big shout out to you and your girl. I guess happy marriage, whatever you want to call it, nuptials, if you will. So yeah, big shout out to you. All right. Let's see. Random.org. Got to figure this thing out. Louder, click manage there. No, not that. Oh, God. I should have figured this out before. Oh, here it is. Duh. List randomizer. All right, so boop, enter the list. All right, so you guys can't see this, but I have it. It's all set up in random.org. I have my list of names, all of you that submitted everything. I'm going to click this 4 times. And the first name on the list will be the winner. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so the name on the list is Arthur Petrosian. I hope I didn't murder your last name. Sorry if I did. What is it? Tren O.D. Punkosian. Wow, that's a tough one to say. TRENODYPUNKOSYAN 777@gmail.com. I'll have it in the description after this video goes up. You are the winner of a Triton starter kit from Halo. Congratulations. All right, so that does it for the Triton starter kit giveaway. Let's go back and do another randomizer for the Arctic tanks. This one's going to be a little bit different. All right, so get rid of that list. Want to save that one though. Let's see. Okay. So Halo Triton has been picked. Now we're going to do the Arctic tank, which part of the reason why I'm switching over how I do my giveaways is because of this one. On Instagram, you get people that don't pay attention to the rules, and they double post, or they do something where they're not supposed to do it, which is clearly listed in the rules. So from now on, I'm going to be doing my giveaways a little bit differently. I will be making sure everyone's actually paying attention and following all the rules. So for my future giveaways, it's all going to be based on my email, which is dailyvapetv@gmail.com. So for future reference, everything from now on will be announced through this channel. So make sure you subscribe, and the winners will be announced through this channel as well. So again, make sure you are paying close attention, because that's how they will be drawn and given away and all that good stuff. So let's go back to the random generator. I have everything in here right now. I'm going to randomize it 8 times total. The first winner will be on the second draw. The second winner will be on the 8th draw, because I'm 28. Happy birthday to me. So here we go. First randomization. Second randomization. All right, so the winner is Mutaholic34 on Instagram. That is the first winner of the Arctic tank. And the second winner is, all right, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Deanna Devlin, second winner of the Arctic tank giveaway sponsored by Vapor Beast, is Deanna Devlin. First winner is Mutaholic34. Congratulations, you guys. You have won yourselves an Arctic tank. Yay! I know you guys wanted to see this so bad. So there you go. Those are the winners of the giveaway. About to wrap it up here in just a second. So congratulations to all the winners. Yeah, really looking forward to doing more giveaways for you guys. I know you guys want them. You know, I do them all for you guys, and hopefully you guys appreciate everything, all the hard work that goes into it and everything. So, yeah, that about wraps up this little birthday celebration. I know I went a little bit longer than I should have. But hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys liked hanging out and just partying with me. You know, let's see. So yeah, thank you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for hanging out with me on my birthday. Had a really awesome time with you guys. Don't forget to tune in to my next live stream. I'll have the details whenever. I don't know. I don't even know when it's going to be. So just pay attention to my channel and my social media. I'll have all the links to my social media pages in the description if you feel like going and liking and following and all that good stuff. As for what else, vapors.tv/NEV from 8 to 10 p.m. on Friday nights if you want to see me live like this all over again tomorrow night from 8 to 10 p.m. Vapors.tv/NEV once again. We'll be hanging out, you know, just kind of shooting the, and, you know, talking shop and advocacy and all that good stuff too. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Check out spinfuel.com for lots more of my videos, as well as Smoke and Joy and Spin Fuel videos. And as always, vape on.